Hey, it's me, AP, and welcome to the Friday movie special. And this is a live show this evening. Hopefully, we are live right now. I'm just checking another feed again because we had a bit of a problematic feed just a few seconds ago. But it looks as though we are, in fact, live, and that is good. So what I'm going to do now is keep on rocking and rolling with this live feed, ladies and gents. We're good to go. So, what are we discussing this evening on the Friday movie special? Well, we are discussing the Matrix 4 trailer. We are discussing G.I. Joe, the Snake Eyes movie. And what else are we discussing? We're just going to have some general movie chat. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just keeping on checking it, making sure we're all still loaded. We're all good. I think we are. Hello. Hi, Sean. I can see you in the comments there. How you doing, buddy? I think I'm all settled now, matey. Sean, if you can tell me, Media Collector Madness, check out Sean's channel on YouTube. Can you hear me, buddy? I hope you can hear me, mate. Anyone else out there who's watching as well, let me know if you're having any trouble listening to this feed. It is the first live show I've done on here, so it is a work in progress. Let me talk about it. So I have my SM58 microphone here, and this is working great now. I've got it mixed into a laptop here, and it's working great. I actually had my DSLR camera, my Canon camera, and I've had it for years, this camera. And cheers, buddy. I appreciate that, Sean, for letting me know it's all working all great. I've had about 2 different feeds on making sure they're all right. But yeah, I had my my Canon camera as well, and I was hoping to use that, and then I was doing tests throughout the day today and yesterday, making sure everything was fine. I'm in a different room, as you can see now, bedroom rather than the movie room, just because it's a better internet connection. But I had it all set up. I had it all ready to go. The audio was working great. The mic, I tested the mic separately. I checked the video separately with the DSLR camera using it as a webcam. And then about I can now, before filming this evening, I realised I only had one cable to go from both the mic and the video. So it had to be between one and the other. I chose to have better audio this evening, and I chose to go with the webcam video. So that's why the video is a bit grainy, not the usual type of video I was wanting. But hey, it's a work in progress. I wanted to do live shows for a while, and we're good to go. So if anyone has any questions out there, Sean, if you got any questions, Media Collector Madness, anyone else has questions as well, throw them out there. I'm happy to answer questions on this live feed. I don't know how long it's going to last. For as long as I can talk for, and that is quite some time. I've got plenty of energy. It's quite nervous, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think I would be nervous, but I think it's just all the messing around of setting up and stuff like that, and because it's into that unknown with like live video, and you set up, and it's just like making sure everything's working. But I'm sure the nerves will go. I'll be fine. I've got you all out there to egg me on, and yeah, so what are we talking about? First of all, Matrix 4. The Matrix 4 trailer came out this past week, and if it was yesterday it came out, it dropped for the first time, and I think the day before I had seen some of the teasers online. There was like a few little teasers on YouTube that had been, like, I don't know if they've been leaked or whatnot. So I'd seen the teasers, and I was like, oh, this looks exciting already. And then the official Matrix 4 Resurrections trailer hits, and gotta say, I have really first feelings on the trailer. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was absolutely awesome. It hit on every level I wanted it to hit. It was, The Matrix is one of those where the trilogy as a whole, I wouldn't say was amazing. The first movie was fantastic, and it is one I will constantly go back to watch. But it is the second two, the second one's okay. The third one is unmemorable for me. It's something I'll never remember. And I'd say, if I'm looking back at that trilogy, the one I'm always going to watch is the first one, and then I'd probably just sort of sometimes not even watch them all. Just watch the first one, and then that's it. But yeah, this one looked great. Sean in the comments, he's just said, "Are you ready for the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard?" You know what, buddy? I have not even seen the first movie, the Hitman's Bodyguard. That's the one with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, if I'm right. Is that right? I think. Let me know if I'm right. Hit me up in the comments, bud. Yeah, I've never seen that movie, but I was listening to another video the other day on YouTube. I make videos, but I also love watching other people on YouTube as well. Other video content creators like Sean, Media Collector Madness, and there's another one out there I really enjoy. It's Mr. Sunday Movies, and he put out a video about the Matrix 4 trailer the other day, and there was a line he said in it, and he was saying that he liked the Force Awakens reboot. Do you know the Force Awakens, Star Wars: The Force Awakens? And he said he liked that movie, but he said it was great. You know, it worked on both levels. It was a reboot, a remake. It was a reboot, but it was like it bringing new audiences, but it worked for the old audiences as well. But he said also, he had the caveat to that, what Mr. Sunday Movies said was it didn't really offer much more, and he wanted to see more, even though it was such a good movie. And I kind of feel the complete opposite about this Matrix reboot now. This reboot, the fourth Matrix movie. I want it to be similar to what the Star Wars Force Awakens was. I would love it to be, because looking at its trailer, I thought it looked so reminiscent of what the first movie was. And I would love for this Matrix movie, The Matrix 4 Resurrections, to be kind of like a reboot in a way, and taking a lot from that original movie as well. I would really like to see that. I think it would be awesome to see. And then build from that, because I feel like it lost a lot of the audience along the way, the Matrix movies, because they just got so convoluted. And I think because the first one was just, I suppose it was hard to do something better than that first one. That first movie was epic. It was so epic, and to build upon it and make something better, they tried something different, and you've got to commend them, the filmmakers, for that. But I just don't think it worked that well. I don't think the two sequels, for me personally, just didn't do anything for me as a movie fan. But it is. Look, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens with it. I'm really excited for this reboot. It looks completely different as well to what the Matrix was. I know, obviously, visually, we've got Keanu Reeves. He's got a long hair now rather than the shorter, and everyone is like 10, 15 years older than they were in the Matrix movies originally. We've got new castings as well. I've got my list there. I'm just sort of like deep diving into it, but let's go into the list of what we're going to do, break it down. So anyway, the trailer, it was awesome. It was awesome in my opinion. So like I said, I would like to see more of a reboot of it. I'd like to see a reboot and take a lot from that first movie again. Have a reintroduction. I mean, if I'm right or wrong, it didn't end. Did the third Matrix movie end with Neo and Trinity and them all dying? Or just Neo and Trinity dying? So I believe that is the ending. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I am wrong, let me know. So this is... Are they resurrecting Neo? They're resurrecting Trinity? Who knows? Well, I would like to see, if that's the case in the last movie, you know, they died. I think they died, didn't they? I'm sure they died. Maybe I'm just going on like a big road here and they didn't die. Maybe they didn't die. I'm sure they died in it. Yeah, to save everyone. That sounds right. So they were having this resurrection. I feel like they could do anything. They could have it like I've seen stuff online where they're saying the consciousness could have been recorded by the Matrix and then they're remade, and this is where the resurrection comes through. In this movie, we do see that Neo is having like these dreams of the Matrix. He's aware of it, but he doesn't necessarily know what the Matrix is. And I think that's interesting because it goes again back to that original movie, that first movie where, you know, he's wondering what the Matrix is. He wants to know more about it. And it's like he follows the white rabbit. And then we get, you know, there's like pictures in this trailer of like Alice in Wonderland as well. And it is definitely going to be a reintroduction. And if they do that where it is like that his conscious, like say his consciousness has been recorded into the Matrix, and then his body maybe gets remade in the real world outside of the Matrix in a new body form or something. I'm sure they can work the story around that. But what will the general plot be? You know, the agent, I think he died as well, so we're gonna have new agents. We didn't see Hugo Weaving in the trailer. Another actor who didn't feature in the trailer was Lawrence Fishburne as well. And you know, that guy is, as Morpheus, he's going to be a big miss. Will he feature in that movie? You know, they've said that he isn't going to feature, and the way it looks now, and on IMDb it lists this new guy as it's the guy, I think he was the guy in Candyman, the new Candyman movie. I can't remember his name. But it says on IMDb that he is playing young Morpheus. And if you look at the trailers, it looks and sounds like Lawrence Fishburne's character of Morpheus in that movie. I don't mind that. I honestly don't mind it if they do something interesting with the story. If they have a young Morpheus and it contributes to a good story, I'm down for that. If it's just the sake of, you know, recasting for the sake of recasting, it just seems a bit like, come on. You could have done better than that, but who knows? So I suppose it's just, we don't know yet. But I like the look. I thought that guy looked great as the young Morpheus. I think that'll be quite cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Is it gonna? I thought like maybe a flip with the story. They could do young Morpheus becomes like the bad guy, and then Neo is like the good guy, and then it's a battle of them two within the Matrix. Maybe something like that. Maybe something different like that. It'd be interesting as well. Is this young Morpheus just in the Matrix, or is his body outside the Matrix as well? That's going to be weird, because is this just like a file, a copy of the consciousness of what Morpheus was? The Matrix movies are weird, aren't they? They're weird movies. I suppose it's one of those stories as well where you can do anything. Matrix, it's an open book in a way. You can put out anything out there. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a cool movie to see. I can't wait to see the trailer. I thought it was a really, really good trailer. The music was great. It had action everywhere. The fight scenes look great, and I'm just excited. It comes out in December. It's on HBO Max, and it'll be in cinemas as well, which is cool that it's on both options for us all. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that. Let me just check on Instagram, make sure we got anything here. But anyway, shoot me up with some more questions. This is going to be a bit more relaxed once I've relaxed down a bit more and cooled down. Film questions. What have we got in the comments here? We got Media Collector Madness. I need to watch the trailer. I agree with you on the Matrix. The Animatrix was just weird. The Animatrix? What's the Animatrix? I don't know what the Animatrix is. What's the Animatrix, Sean? I don't know what that is, buddy. Let me know. So, what else have we got? Well, let's discuss some more little chit chat. So there will be another feed tomorrow, and it is most likely. So we do the Saturday movie show on this channel. We do a live Saturday movie show, and that will be hopefully live tomorrow. And I'm looking to do that maybe similar time tomorrow, maybe instead of the normal feed. I just thought this week try something different. So what's the whole reason? Why am I doing the streaming business, the live streams? It is purely because of editing, and I've said this on a few of the Saturday movie show podcasts I do. That doing the videos is great, and I enjoy it so much. But the editing, it's just it's so much easier if I can just shoot it live to YouTube like this. And then once it's done, it's done. It's all done. A collection of shorts. The Animatrix is a collection of short stories. Is it an animated? Is it a cartoon? Is it, or is it like books? Is it, or what sort of format is it, Sean? Let me know where it is, buddy. But yeah, it was just purely. You could say laziness. I say I want to save time. I want to put out more content, and doing live streams and no editing, it is just saving me a load of time. And it'll just improve. It'll improve. I know this feed is pretty bad now. The video looks awful. The space I'm in now is not right. I'm gonna have to get this fixed up so I'm in a better space. I'm literally like crouched on the floor right now. I'm quite a tall guy, and my knees are like just crouched up here, and I am gonna have super cramp after all this. So like 15 minutes in now, I can feel the cramp. But yeah, it's just a work in progress. Once hopefully tomorrow I'll get hold of one of them cables, improve the video for tomorrow's show, if not the week after. Oh, it is cartoons. So the Animatrix is cartoons. I'll have to check it out. Is the Animatrix set between the movies, or that's what I want to know, the Animatrix. That intrigues me though, because I want to see more stories from the Matrix. I don't know whether it's based on Neo. Let's go on Google and see what the Animatrix, hopefully the feed stays. Let's see. The Animatrix is adult animated signed by the filmmakers. So it's short films based on the Matrix film series, which was written and produced by the Wachowskis, who the two filmmakers behind that. 4 of the shorts were also written by. So how many were there? Let's see. It doesn't actually say, but it says they're 102 minutes long. That sounds cool though. The animation looks pretty cool. I'll have to check them out, but they look awesome. Hopefully we're still running live. But yeah, I will definitely check out the Animatrix. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, so long-term goal, we are going to do more live streams on the channel. Obviously, not all the time. Sometimes we'll do the normal weekly videos as well. But for Saturdays, it will be live stream. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's still running live, hopefully. And yeah, we're good. So will the Matrix, let's just move one more thing before we step onto another topic. The Matrix 4 Resurrections, will it be a one and done movie, or are we going to see more of these? What would I personally like to see? I personally would like to see if this reboot is offering what I want to see. If it's offering a genuine reboot of the franchise and revitalizes it and gives me what the first movie gave, I would love to see another trilogy. I'd love to see what they've done with Star Wars for The Matrix. I'm sure Warner Brothers would love to do the same as well. I think they'll look at Keanu Reeves, they'll look at the brand name of The Matrix and say, this is a big time property and we need to get as many Matrix movies out there. And then maybe we'll spin off into like live action TV shows as well. I'd love to see that. I'm sure that has already been sort of like debated at Warner Brothers, doing a live action TV show, The Matrix, because it could work really well. That, and you don't have to just do Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus. You can have more characters, and maybe this is why they're doing this young Morpheus character in the movie. Maybe he has a spin-off movie or a spin-off TV show. I suppose it's endless possibilities with this sort of movie, so it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. So let's move away. Let's move on to the next topic of today's Friday movie special, ladies and gents, and let's talk about G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. So G.I. Joe Snake Eyes came out a while ago now. It came out in the cinemas. I've recently watched it at home. It came out on digital release in August, I believe. And maybe one moment. Let's just check. Yeah, so it came out. I watched it this past week. What did I think of it? So I have enjoyed all the G.I. Joe movies so far. We've had 2 movies, and I thought they were both great. Really good action movies based on the 80s toy line, the Hasbro toy line, G.I. Joe. Little fun fact, if you don't know, G.I. Joe was the sort of like the franchise in America. Here in the UK, we had Action Man, and I believe it's similar in maybe in Australia as well. They had Action Man. We had Action Man over here. The toy lines as well used to sort of like copy off each other. So like some would be based on. So we'd have the Action Man over here in the 90s, and they were based off like the 90s G.I. Joe toys, I believe. Movie Mad. Hey folks, hey Movie Mad, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Someone else, I don't even know how many people are in the stream. I don't know how things work. Hang on. It says concurrent viewers. Does that mean we've got Media Collector Madness, we've got Movie Mad in the stream? Yes, we're on 2 people. This is good. We're doing good. I'm happy about that. That is ace. The feed is working. That is cool. 2 people. I thank you very much to you 2 people, and whoever else is watching, thank you very much. This is awesome. Yeah, you've made my evening. Everyone. This is awesome. I forgot where it was. G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. So we had the 2 movies, didn't we? We had the 2 G.I. Joe movies, and they were both really good movies, and I think they made pretty good money at the box office. They didn't do badly, and I enjoy, as a movie viewer, as I said, I'm big into like 80s action movies, and this had that 80s action movie vibe to it. It's got like a very comic booky vibe, the G.I. Joe movies. It's this big team up of all these different skilled action stars, and they were great, and they had great cast. We had Shannon Tatum leading the first movie. He did feature in the second movie briefly, but then we had The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. If you smell what Dwayne is cooking. That's right, Dwayne The Rock Johnson was doing that second movie, and he played Roadblock, I believe, in that movie. That was a cool movie as well, though. But they were both great, and I love the characters. You know, Snake Eyes. You've got Storm Shadow as well. The villains. You've got Cobra Commander, Cobra versus the G.I. Joes. I love like the mythology that has been created within the G.I. Joe franchise. I think it's awesome. So then we get this new spin-off movie, this G.I. Joe Snake Eyes Origins movie. And it is an Origins movie because we get G.I. Joe in the 2 G.I. Joe movies, and he is a mute. He doesn't speak. He's just like this like really badass samurai or kung fu. He's just like really this cool martial artist. He can fight anyone in any battle. No one can take on Snake Eyes, and it is awesome. And I'm just reading the comments as well. Movie Matt, Media Collector Madness. Sean said G.I. Joe. It wasn't G.I. Joe Action Force, or am I thinking of something else? You know what? You know what, Sean? I may be wrong, buddy. I may be wrong. I'm sure it was Action Man in the UK. I've not heard of Action Force, so I've not heard of Action Force, so I may be wrong. I'm not saying I'm. You may be right, bud. I'll have to double check that. I'm sure it's Action Man though over here in the UK. Maybe let me know if Action Force is Action Force a UK toy thing, is it? Or I'm not too sure about that one. I heard that name. And Movie Mad said, I liked your video on buying DVDs in 2021. Well, thank you very much, Movie Mad. I appreciate that, buddy. I enjoy making them videos on buying DVDs. It's cool. Feel free. Any more comments, throw them in there. Thank you very much. I just move away from the G.I. Joe topic again. I really like buying DVDs. I love buying DVDs still. I've not bought as many recently, only for the fact I've just not seen any I've wanted. But when I see stuff I want, I get it. I'll go out and get it at charity shops, Goodwill shops over in the UK. I still think DVDs are great. We get a lot of comments on them videos on like the DVD collecting and just physical media collecting in general. They seem to get a lot of comments on them videos, and I love the community there and the comments and hearing people's comments on them particular videos. And when you hear that people still enjoy, buying DVDs, it's great, because I know some people think it's a type of form of physical media that is now of the past because we got 4K, Blu-ray. Look, each to their own. I always say that. If you want to collect Blu-ray, you want to collect 4K, that's fine. I may collect them in the future, but for me at this moment in time, it's DVDs. I still think DVDs look great. I always say, I come from the 90s when we had VHS, and some of you out there may be similar to myself, brought up in the 90s or whenever you were brought up. and you had VHS. And I remember VHS. Some VHS was great, some of it was very bad quality, and you get fuzzy images. And DVD doesn't do that. DVD holds up, and that's why it still is great for me. Movie Mad said, got 10 for £1 several times over the last few weeks. That's awesome, mate. Let me know which ones you got, Movie Mad, or what were your favourite ones you got. Sean, Media Collected Madness, AP makes some great video. Cheers, buddy. And I like the fact the comments back and great discussions on here. Look, I enjoy the great discussions as well. I honestly enjoy the great discussions. I'm not kidding around. I wouldn't do this. There's no, I do this for the enjoyment and interacting with fellow fans of movies, fans of physical media. It is awesome. And you know what? It's great because I'm making great friends out here. People like Movie Mad, people like Sean at Media Collected Madness, making some really good friends here on YouTube as well, which is awesome. And it's always good to have discussions with really cool people out there as well. I really enjoy it, guys. So let's just jump back into G.I. Joe. I will look at the comments in just a second, guys. But Snake Eyes, it is... This is an Origins movie now. This is not a sequel or you could say it is a prequel to these two previous G.I. Joe movies. But this new Snake Eyes movie is, at this moment in time, an Origins, and it's sort of like in its own timeline. Because you've got the new Snake Eyes guy, what's his name? Henry Golding. He was in that film, the gangster movie. What was the gangster movie called? I can't remember what it's called. Recent gangster movie, and he was in that comedy movie. I think he's been in a few comedies recently, but really good actor. He plays Snake Eyes, and he is not mute. He talks in this movie, and we see the origins of him before he was like the actual Snake Eyes black mask, which is really cool. We see it at the very end. He gets the mask. And maybe I should just say before I go any further into discussing Snake Eyes that there will be some spoilers, but that's not really a massive spoiler to it, really. But he gets the mask at the end. But this is a telling of him, sort of spoilers ahead for Snake Eyes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've done the countdown now, so you can't call me if you've not seen that movie and you don't want spoilers. Don't listen anymore. Rider Rated, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, mate? Oh, you're... Sorry, I'm just checking my phone a second. Oh, you okay, Ben? Sorry, I'm losing my voice. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to check something there quickly. Just trying to check the Instagram. See if we have any comments on it. So, sorry, this is like really rude of me to let me just read some comments again before we dive into the movie. So, Movie Mad said, so many non-released or too expensive on Blu-ray. Yeah, it's right. I think there is a lot of movies that are not released. So we've got Movie Mad in the comments. We've got Sean at Media Collected Madness. We've got Ben at Rider Rated 18. All great channels here. Guys, if you've not followed each other on YouTube, Instagram, follow each other, check out each other's content. Look, Media Collector Madness, charity shops are great for DVDs. Movie Mad, Seabiscuit as Blu-ray, expensive and hard to get. Movie Mad, Dawn of the Dead remake. Dawn of the Dead remake is great DVD, great movie. Rider Rated 8. AAP. Hope you're good, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Not the most professional stream in the world tonight, but it's going to improve. It's the first live stream, and I'm sweating. So we have this origin story, and it is all our origin, and we get the sort of like the backstory of G.I. Joe in a way, and the backstory of Snake Eyes, his character, and how he comes to be Snake Eyes, really, which is really cool. I think the action scenes are great in this. A lot of it reminded me of a lot of the action scenes within like John Wick and the Daredevil series in this movie. Really good action scenes, really good fight scenes. I I feel like it could have benefited from being, I feel like it was a good movie, but for me, I would have preferred to seen a real G.I. Joe team-up movie. That would have been my personal preference. I thought it was a really good movie, and if they do more with the franchise, and if they build upon it and have sequels, or they do, the way it left off, there was a post-credit scene, and it was hinting at the wider G.I. Joe universe with Cobra more, and we got hints of Cobra and G.I. Joe in this movie, but it was very, small hints and small teasers, really. It was more about the story of Snake Eyes within this story, and him becoming that character, and building them relationships with Stone, Shadow, and building that rivalry of the future. I would have personally preferred to have a G.I. Joe team up. I would have liked to have seen another G.I. Joe movie with The Rock featuring in, and maybe, they could have even done it. They could have retconned it, and they could have had Henry Golding in the G.I. Joe movie, and I suppose they could still put him in a future G.I. Joe movie with The Rock, and just have it said that, maybe that Snake Eyes just decides to start talking again, and it's Henry Golding beneath the mask. I don't know what they're going to do, whether they're going to sort of combine them two universes. They have recast some of the characters there, like Storm Shadow, so that makes me think that this is going to be a fresh franchise. But if they get the opportunity to add someone like The Rock to the franchise, I'm sure they're not going to say no, and they will do it. So I could see that potentially happening. Overall, though, a great movie. If you like action movies, I would definitely recommend watching it. If you like comic book movies, it's really, really, if you like them sort of movies, you're going to like G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes. It's an awesome movie. It's an awesome movie, and I did like the teasers of what could come. I don't personally think there'll ever be a Snake Eyes 2. I just think it's... I always think, like, this past 2 years has been obviously a very a bad time for us worldwide, for everyone, but looking at it as the film industry and cinema industry specifically, it's been very different. And I suppose movies are not making as much money, and it's so obvious why they're not, because a lot of people don't want to go to cinemas still, and in some places people are not able to access cinemas still, I imagine. Here in the UK, we can go cinemas, but I'll be honest with you, I've still not been to cinema yet. The last movie I seen was, I think it was like the last Star Wars movie, I believe, or maybe something else, but it's over a year now I've been to cinema. And that's just I suppose it's just a comfortability factor. And I know it's as safe as possibly could be, and you can wear a mask, you can take precautions at this moment in time, though. I feel more comfortable watching movies at home, and that's just me personally. I respect everyone's views on what they want to do for that, but I think that's, it's definitely impacting the box office. The box office isn't as big as it has been. I know the recent Shang-Chi movie did relatively well, but if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, compared to other Marvel movies in the past, it didn't really do that well, by the sounds of a few articles I've been reading. So I know it's hard to sort of say if a movie doesn't do well at this moment in time, if it was a normal year, would it have done well? Who knows? It's just speculation, isn't it, I suppose, at this moment. But let's read some comments anyway. Let's see. We'll check them out. It's your Rider Raid 18. It's your first, mate, so don't worry about it. Cheers, Ben. Appreciate it, buddy. Wasn't a fan of the 2009 G.I. Joe movie. It didn't quite connect with me. That's fair enough. I think the second one was better. I think the second one, for me, I enjoyed it more so because they had a lot more from them 80s toy line and the TV show. I've watched the TV show since, but I can't say that I honestly watched it as a kid. I didn't. But I can see the second movie definitely had more of the outfits and it had more of a tie to that origins, I think, anyway. That's what I personally think. Let me know what you think, Ben. But I did enjoy the second one more so. Let me know if you enjoy that one a bit better. And maybe I need to give it another watch, as it has been a while. Look, I think it's not a movie. Look, it's not going to win awards. It's not going to win Oscars. We all know that. G.I. Joe. It's like what other it's like Transformers, isn't it? Do you know? I enjoyed the first two Transformers; they were decent, but they're not going to win. Or maybe they do win awards. They probably do, but I mean, they're not going to win the Oscar for best film, are they? It's just it's what you like, and I enjoy like them action, all out action movies, a bit cheesy, a bit all out blockbuster movies, and that is what the G.I. Joe movies are for me. And every time I open the movie shelf, my eyes sort of just go to G.I. Joe every time, because the sort of movie that I can just watch and chill out to. The my sort of movies. It's kind of like a Rambo, like an Avengers. Something I can just easily watch and easily sink my brain into. It's awesome. Movie Mad, just subscribe to you both. That's awesome, Movie Mad. They are both doing great stuff. Right, rated. Cheers, Movie Mad. I'm on Instagram as well. Let me just say, if you've not checked out Ben is a rider rated 18. He has an awesome Instagram channel. What I'm impressed by Ben's content on Instagram is his awesome Laserdisc collection. Check out his Instagram feed. It is amazing. He's got some really good Instagram videos on tons of different videos, but your Laserdisc collection, buddy, is awesome. Let's just move short story away, right? This is a short story. Let me just say, Ben's channel has inspired me to continuously look now when I go to charity shops in the UK to look in the section where all the singles and the LPs are, because I'm thinking now that I think you said it in one of your videos to me. I said like, where's the best place? And I think you mentioned Tribe, where all the LPs are, the records. So I now every time I go in, I look through all the records, and to this day, where I am in the north of England, I have not found one single Laserdisc in a charity shop, and it's going to be so awesome the day I find a Laserdisc. It's going to be amazing. It's kind of like, I know I could easily go on eBay and buy one, but I don't want to. I just want to go and find one out in the wild. It's more fun, and I'm sure if anyone, physical media collectors out there can understand that, it's finding something in the wild. But Ben's got a great collection of, I was going to say G.I. Joes then. Maybe you have got a great collection of G.I. Joes as well. Maybe that's an upcoming video. A great collection of Laserdiscs. Well worth checking out them videos. They are really, really cool. But I've still yet to see a Laserdisc out in the wild. And like I said, the day I see that, I should film my reaction. When I see the Laserdisc in the wild, I'd be like, going out and just get that first reaction. I think it's going to be awesome. Who knows where it'll be and when it will be. And let's see more comments. Media Collector Madness, I'm going to cinema tomorrow to see the new Marvel movie. Oh, yeah, you seen Shang-Chi, Sean? Is it Shang-Chi you seen? I imagine that's... The Eternals is not out yet, is it? I think it's Shang-Chi. Let me know what you think, buddy. I want to know your thoughts on that. I know it's had some really good reviews, Shang-Chi. That second trailer, the last trailer they put out, I was really impressed by that movie. It looked awesome. It looked really good. The initial trailers just didn't do anything for me. It's kind of like the Eternals. The Eternals, the first teaser they put out was, to me, quite a boring trailer. The final one they've released recently, it sells the movie for me. Sells the movie. Ben says, Rider rated 18. Our local cinema played Terminator 2 last week. It was superb to see it on the big screen. Look, that is superb to see on any screen, but Terminator 2 on the big screen, that must have been awesome. Great soundtrack, great story. I love both Terminator 1 and Terminator 2. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, definitely wins through for me, though. I think it's a much better movie than the first one, even though the first one is great. Like I said, the soundtrack is boss. The ending, the switch of the character of Arnie playing a good guy this time round, and seeing that relationship between him and John Connor, and then you see Sarah Connor, being very cautious of him, and because she's seen this guy's face again who tried to kill her in the first movie, but now he's protecting her son. It's a really great movie, and great at the big screen. I'd love to go and see that. I know they do the movie re-releases a lot where I am at my local cinema. I've got to go and see that. Once I feel a bit more comfortable, I think I'll definitely do that. That'd be awesome to see. But let's see. Let's see what else is going on in the comments. Oh, we got someone else in. We got walk on, always believe. Well, first of all, walk on, always believe. Thank you very much for joining us this evening in the on the what's it called? The Friday movie special. I forgot what it was called. The Friday movie special. Thank you very much for joining us. Who is your 2 favourite actors and actresses? Mine are Nick Nolte, Charles Bronson, Jane Levy, and Jodie Foster. Right. That is tough. I would say that's tough because, I was going to do the Saturday movie show. We've got a 50th episode coming up in a couple of weeks. And, I'll mention something about that at the end of the show again. But we initially, Sean, Media Collective Madness, mentioned doing like a best your favourite movies. And I kind of thought about that myself. And I honestly couldn't think. It was so hard to think of a list of top 10. I'm sure a lot of you out there can say the same. It's picking a genre, picking an overall top 10 of your favourite movies is so hard to do, I think. So I honestly scrapped that idea and I decided to go for like best era of movies. But for best actors, I would say, oh God, that's a tough one, isn't it? I think. I suppose I got to look to my favourite movies. What are my favourite? I think it's got to be Stallone. I think Stallone is probably probably Arnie. Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably my favourite actor, male actor. Favourite female actor or actress, Sigourney Weaver, maybe. Yeah, I'd probably go with Sigourney Weaver. I think she's awesome. I'm trying to think who else I could think of. I think Liam Neeson is a great. I think he's a great actor. I like Lawrence Fishburne. I think he's a brilliant actor as well. What movies have I watched recently? But yeah, it's got to be Arnold. Arnold's probably my all-time favourite. I think he's great. Standout movies again: Terminator 2, Last Action Hero. I know he's an action movie star, and I know he's not an actor who's going to pull out an Oscar-winning performance, but for me, they're the sort of movies that I love to watch, and it's got to be Arnold. Yeah, it's got to be Arnold. Great question, though, Walk and Always Believe. Thank you very much for the question. Let me know what your favourite movies are, buddy. Let me know. Media Collective Madness, thanks, mate. I shall subscribe to you both in a bit. That's cool to see. Like I said, if you see someone else in the comments who you've not ever subscribed to or checked out their content, check them out. This is think of it as like an exchange here. We can all check out each other's content and all give each other the thumbs up. It is cool. Rider Rated 18, happy hunting. Cheers for the plug, man. No problem, buddy. No problem. Thank you for joining us. It's much appreciated. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Media Collective Madness, yes. Walk on, always believe. I found awesome talking pictures in charity shops and car boots. Car boot sales. Let me talk about something. Sidestep away from movies for a second. Let's talk about another form of physical media collecting and a little memory. And let's talk about. I just see Mel Gibson in the comments. Mel Gibson, that is a good choice, Ben. Mel Gibson. But a short side note. Talking about charity shops, car boot sales. I was brought up. My dad used to always go car boot sales, and it was awesome. I used to love it. It was really cool, waking up in like Sunday morning, bringing like toys and DVDs and stuff as a kid. And I think that's what's spurred on my physical media collecting habits of enjoying going around charity shops and finding stuff. It's awesome. And but I had like a Genesis, a Mega Drive, Sega Mega Drive from the car boot as a kid, and it was a great console. And I was trying to think, I don't know if anyone else has this sort of thing in the head when they remember a game or they remember a movie, but they can never remember what the name of it was or anything else about, but they just have a visual in their head. And for years, I had 2 games in my head, and I found out now they were both Mega Drive games, but I couldn't realize, I never knew what they were called. And a couple of months ago, I found out what one of the games was, and it was called The Ooze on the Sega Mega Drive. And it's not a great game, and but it's just one I used to play as a kid, and it was so cool to find it again and just see the cover and see the gameplay. It was cool to sort of like connect with that memory again. But there was always another one I always had in my head, and it was called Busy Town. And I found it this week because I went on YouTube one night, and I just thought, you know what, tonight I'm going to look through like a video what shows every Sega Mega Drive game. And I found this game called Busy Town. It's like this educational game, but I used to play it a lot as a kid, and it was just cool to reminisce them moments. And it was like one of them memories. It was just like a tapeworm in my head. It was just always in my head. And finally I found out what it finally was, thankfully. But let me know, what was your favorite Mega Drive game, and which Mega Drive games or old retro games would you like to see become movies in the future? That's something for the comments out there. Show me what you want to see made into a movie, or what was your favorite Mega Drive game if you play the Mega Drive, or whatever old consoles, retro consoles you played as a kid. Let's see. Read that one. Rider Rated 18 says, charity shops are a gold mine. You never know what you might find. I think that's very true, buddy. Media Collector Madness. Sean says, mine's Denzel Washington. Denzel, again, another great choice. Another great choice in actor. He's just got countless movies that are amazing. Isn't it his son? His son was the guy in Tenet, I believe. And he looks like he's going to be just as good of an actor as Denzel. He looks like he's on the track to be an awesome actor. Tenet was a weird movie, though. It was a weird movie. I don't think I'd watch that again. It didn't gel with me, that one. I have Judge Dredd. Movie Mad said, I have Judge Dredd. That was a hard Blu-ray to get. Judge Dredd. Oh, did you get that from? Where did you get that one from? Movie Mad. Was it in charity shops, or was it offline? Let me know where you got it from, buddy. Rider Rated 18. Mel Gibson for me, not as an actor, but as a director too. Yeah, equally, he's a great director. You know, there's quite a few now who seem to be. I think Bradley Cooper. He seems like he's getting into the directing game more so, but he's a really talented actor as well. I really enjoyed him, and I know he still does the odd gigs like the Guardians of the Galaxy, the voiceover and stuff like that. He seems like he's going to be doing well for himself. Walk on Always Believe. Walk on Always Believe says, no problem, I'm glad to be on the stream. You have a great channel, and my favourite talking pictures are Scarface, 1983, great movie. Cape Fear, 1991, I'll be honest, I've never watched that, and Misery, never seen that either. Is there anyone particular who... Cape Fear, I've heard the movie, I've never watched it. Misery, I've never heard of that one, though. Let me know who's in them movies, and why are they... Are they action movies, drama movies? Let me know. Walk on Always Believe. Rider Rated, sadly, I never owned a Mega Drive. I had a Sega game during that time instead. Sega game. Did you have a Game Gear? Game Gear. What's the Game Gear? Yes. I can't... Did you get that Game Gear from... Because I never realised that the Game Gear was released in the UK. Was it released in the UK, or was that imported in? Let me know. I always thought that was like a US release. I didn't realise it. Anyone out there who's into retro gaming channels, I've been checking out one recently. Two channels I really like. It's Gaming Off the Grid, and there's another guy who is a UK guy, Retro Gamer Boy, and he does like Sega Mega Drive videos, and they're awesome. And I've been watching a lot of his content this past week. I only just found his channel. Really good content, really knows his stuff, and he's got a great collection of Mega Drive games and Genesis games, which is cool. But yeah, the Sega Game Gear was handheld. It was like the Sega's alternative to the Game Boy, I believe, wasn't it? And you could play the Mega Drive games in. I don't know if could you play any of the other Sega like console games in? Let me know, Ben. Mega Drive was a great console. Great console. But yeah, let me know if any more questions. Yeah, I had one. Movie Mad says he had one. Movie Mad had one. And Ben, Rider Rated 18, says it was a UK release. So yeah, I didn't realise. I thought it was just a US release. That.
That is cool. So we're in 50 minutes in now to the live stream of the Friday movie special, and we're still going well. And let me just grab a quick drink, guys. Thank you again for joining me tonight. It's been great. I'm sure you could do plenty of other things here in the UK. I'm sure Coronation Streets are starting now, so I'm sure Coronation Street's more appealing, I bet you. But thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Let me know, where is everyone from in the world? Is everyone from UK based, or we from the rest of wider regions of the world, US, further beyond? Where are we from? Let me know where everyone's from. Let's see. So, Movie Mad has said Super Nintendo Super Probotector. That was a good game. Oh, right. Okay. That's the Super Probotector. What type of game was that, Movie Mad? Let me know what type of game that was. Walk On Always Believe says Kate Fair, Nick Nolte, Juliette Lewis. Juliette Lewis. She was the actress she was in a band I seen play live years ago, Juliette and the Licks. She was supporting a band years ago I seen live. Robert De Niro. That sounds awesome. Great cast already. Misery stars James Caan and Kathy Bates. Both great actors. I'll have to check out the Kate Fair. I have a movie watch list. I'm thinking of doing a video in a few weeks on doing a refresh of it, because I've just got tons of movies and it feels like it now is the point where I need to reboot my list and put some new movies in, like Kate Fair, Misery. So I will do that. I'm been meaning to watch a few more movies this week. It's just, the week flies by, and then you before you know it, you've only watched like one or two movies. I do like watching movies, hence why I do a movie channel. So I will add them, Kate Fair and Misery, to the list. Walk On Always Believe. Thank you very much for recommendations, buddy. Rider Rated 18 says, yes, you could. Yeah, you could. It was an add-on called the Game Master, where you could play Master System games on. Also, you could play alternative games to the Mega Drive on as well. That's cool. That is awesome. I know you can get them modded as well now, like the Game Gears, because I imagine the old screen is it quite hard to watch? Like, is it like because they're not backlit, are they? The old screens, it's like the original Game Boy. You can get them modded now and get them backlit screens, which are cool. Have you ever got it modded, Ben? Let me know. Or are you contemplating getting it modded? I seen one of those Game Gears in a charity shop only maybe about 6 months ago or so. Definitely within the past year. I seen it at a charity shop, and I think it was decent price, but it had a cracked screen, and it just put me off, because I thought I wouldn't know where to get it fixed. I honestly wouldn't know. Like I said, we're going to probably do about an hour of the Friday movie special anyway. 53 minutes in, so we'll do another 7 minutes or so. We'll do that, I think. But it's been a really fun stream. But here's everyone. Everyone's from everywhere. Everyone is from everywhere. I'm from the north of England, based near like Liverpool, Manchester way, more Liverpool way. Media Collector Madness Sean is from Oxford, and never been there. It's meant to be a beautiful place. Ben, Rider Rated 18, Southwest London. Movie Mad from Edinburgh. I've been Glasgow. Glasgow's nice. I've never been Edinburgh. It's meant to be a beautiful place. I've had family go there. I think I do have relatives who live there in Edinburgh. Walk On Always Believe. I'm from England, West Midlands. I have been West Midlands before, to the Cadbury's factory, which was great. Plenty of chocolate there. Plenty of chocolate. Where else? We got Movie Mad Shooter. It was called on Contra 3 in America. I played some of the Contra games. I'm not big on the Contra games, just because I'm really bad at like shooting games. Them sort of games. I played a game on the Switch this past week, and it was like I don't know. It's like a starship shooter type of game. It was called R-Type, and I was really bad at it. It was a really really cool game, but I was awful at it. For me, it's sports games or something like Animal Crossing, somewhat chilled. Rider Rated 18 says, Kate Fair is mega. Robert De Niro's scariest performance. Media Collector Madness. I'm planning on watching at least one movie a day in September. You know what? That is a good idea. Let me know how many have you watched so far, Sean? Have you watched 10 so far? That's what I want to know. Have you watched the 10 so far, buddy? I always plan to watch a movie a day, but then I end up just losing track of the day, and then I never watch anymore. Do you know what? I seen this before we end the feed as well. What is cool on the news this evening here in the UK? I don't know if anyone else seen it. They've got a Wallace and Gromit bronze statue in Preston, and it was revealed today, and it looked awesome. It was like a bench over a statue over this bench in the UK. Wallace and Gromit, the characters, and they were like life-size models of them. And it just made me think I've got to rewatch them movies at some point. The original trilogy and then the Were Rabbit movie. They were all awesome movies, but really good. Let's see what else we got here. Walk On, Always Believe, no problem at all. These are two old school games I'd love to see as films: Clay Fighter and Shadow Dancer. Let me know, Walk On, Always Believe, what consoles were them games on? What type of games were they? And I think, what game would I personally like to see? I know Sonic, that was one I wanted to see. Mario, I'm looking forward to seeing this Mario movie. I know they're doing a Mario movie by the Despicable Me creators, so that'll be cool to see an animated Mario, not like a live action one. Something cool like that would be cool. What else? I mean, I think Animal Crossing or Grand Theft Auto would be something like that. I think it would, if we did like a Vice City movie, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who would be happy to see a movie like that. Let's see. Rider rated 18. I'm hoping to do 31 horror movies in 31 days during October. That is ambitious, my friend. That is ambitious, but you know what? Same as Sean, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great, if you set out a challenge to yourself, do a movie challenge where you say, I am going to watch a movie a day. That is an awesome challenge to do. What is going to be your first movie of the month of October? That's going to be, that's the choice. What do you start with and what do you end with? Managed it last year, so I'm hoping to do it again. I want to do something like that. Halloween movies over October, and just when's Halloween? It's November, is it? Or it's November, is it? I was getting confused with Halloween. But yeah, great idea to watch a movie a day. I think it's a really good idea. I've got a few I want to watch before I reboot my list. I've got Akira. I've still not watched Akira. I remember watching it briefly years ago. I wasn't a massive fan. I want to rewatch it. I've got a few different Studio Ghibli movies to watch. I'm big onto Studio Ghibli. Biggest movie, one of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies is Spirited Away. I think it's a classic movie. Princess Mononoke. That is a great movie as well. Watched that recently. Really good movie, but the Studio Ghibli movies are brilliant. I really like them, and I love it, the fact that I've not watched all of them yet. I've only watched a few, and there's tons of them to watch. But anyway, let's see. Clay Fighter was an N64 game, and Shadow Dancer was on the Mega Drive. That's cool. I've never played them games, but I'll check them out, buddy. I will check them out. I will indeed. I've got an N64, but I have it on display. I don't have it connected up. I've got one game, and that one game is GoldenEye, and I've never played GoldenEye. I've never played it. As a kid, I had a PS1. It's nice. The Friday Movie Special has become a bit of a game chat. I like it. I like this. This is awesome. Media Collector Madness. Have you seen Mortal Kombat yet? I have indeed, buddy. Yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. The remake, are we talking about? I enjoyed, like, I thought it was a great movie. Oh, I think the original, I seen it back in the day, but I'm going to have to refresh it. I'm going to have to rewatch that movie, the original Mortal Kombat. I remember seeing it and enjoying it as a kid, but I've not rewatched it. I'm sure we discussed this, but did we say about Street Fighter? I've never watched Street Fighter. Never seen that movie. That is one I've got to watch. I'm looking forward to watching that, though. The original. End with Hocus Pocus. Yes. Do you know one I watched as well? Halloween one, Witches, and I think was that last year, or it come out Halloween last year because it come to streaming. I enjoyed that. I'd never seen the original or seen bits of it as a kid, but the new Witches one I thought was a fun movie. And Nightmare, Ben says, Rider rated 18. And Nightmare on Elm Street first. That'll be the first movie. Great choice. I really like them movies, even though I'm not a massive fan of horror movies. End with John Carpenter's Halloween. Halloween again, great movie. I watched the first time watching The Thing recently, the first Thing movie. Great movie, great John Carpenter movie. Media Collector Madness is saying, start with Dracula Dead and loving it. That is awesome. Dracula Dead. Which one's that? Is that like a Dracula Dead? Is that the first Dracula, or which Dracula movie is that? I need to know. But yeah, we probably we're gonna turn in now and finish the feed. But if anyone has any quick fire questions they want to fire my way, I'm happy to answer them on the first Friday movie special. I'm sweating like crazy. That's first question. How bad are you sweating? Really badly. I'm gonna have to get a fan in here for tomorrow's feed. But we are gonna do this tomorrow. Before I end the show, I've mentioned this on the Saturday movie show, but I am doing on the Saturday movie show, I'm doing in a few weeks for the 50th show, a live. Well, we're going to do a 50th show special, and we're going to do an episode based on, the topic's going to be best year of movies, basically. And I'm going to pick 4 of my favourite movies and of a certain year and discuss why they are my favourites. But it's a video that I want more of the community to get involved in, because we've got a great community here on the channel. And I would like, if you want to get involved, if you want to put your thoughts into a video, or if you want to send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, let me know. Just send me a message with your 4 favourite movies from a particular year, and I will read them out on the show. Or if you want to do a video version, you can send me a video to Saturday Movie Show 50, and that's 50 the number, at hotmail.com. Send me an email with the video link. We're looking for a video up to about 2 minutes long, roughly, of you, say who you are, or I'll do all the editing, I'll put your name in, what your favourite year is of movies, and your 4 favourite movies. I want it to be a big collaboration episode. It's a few weeks away now, but I thought, let's put out the feelers and, see if anyone wants to get involved. And I had a few people in the community already get in contact with me, and I've got in contact with a few people already, which is awesome, about getting involved with this. So if anyone else out there wants to get involved, just drop me a line on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever you best to, send me a message and we will sort it out, and it'll be awesome. So I'm looking forward to doing that 50th episode in a few weeks' time. Last few messages here. So we got Spoof with Leslie Nielsen. Oh, right, okay, so Dracula Dead, I've never heard of that. Dracula. I like Leslie Nielsen, I think he's great. Naked Gun. Dracula Dead, I've got to write that down. I'll write that down in a second. I will mention that. I will watch that. Walk On Always Believe. I wasn't a fan of Street Fighter. The games were so much fun, but the talking picture version was a letdown. I've heard it's not meant to be amazing, but it is something I just want to watch just out of intrigue more than anything, even if it is a bad movie. I think it's like The Room. I've never seen that movie, but everyone says it's the worst movie ever. But it's, it's got a lot of intrigue, and people say it's a great movie because it's so bad. That's why I want to watch that movie. And let's see, what else have we got? Media Collector Madness, a great stream. Thank you very much, Sean. Walk On Always Believe, excellent stream. Thank you very much. Riding Rated 18, I'm planning on doing a video for you, man. Still deciding on what year, but I'll be ready. Great. Just look at it. Whatever you're comfortable with doing. If you do it, that's great. If you don't worry about it, buddy. Just if you want to do it, send me a link. Just contact me anytime, buddy, and we'll sort it out. But like I said, anyone else wants to get involved in the 50th episode, just let me know. I'm happy to have more. The more, the merrier. I think it'll be ace. But yeah, this has been a great stream anyway tonight. I'm going to sign off here now. If you enjoy this video, please do give it a like. Check out the rest of my movie-related content if you've not already watched it. I'm sure, I think a lot of you in the comments have watched the channel before, which is awesome. But if there's anyone out there who's not subscribed to the channel, please do. It's awesome. We want to get up to 500 by the end of the year, which would be ace. We've got some great content coming up on the channel. We've got the World Movie League. It's a new video where I'm going to be putting movies versus other movies in a league, movie league, hence the name World Movie League. So that is coming up. We've got some more great videos coming up as well over the next month leading up to Christmas. I love doing this channel. It's awesome. It's awesome interacting with you all. It's been a great live feed, and it's been so nice to, interact with you all this evening. See you later, guys. Ben's leaving now, but to all of you, thank you very much for watching.
And you know what? As always, I'm going to do my sign off. So like I said, like the video. I can see how much. I just put it onto the big screen now. I can see the sweat. Thank you very much for watching. As always, ladies and gents, I will see you next time. Hang on. Let me do it. Let's do it properly. As always, I will see you next time.